Hello YouTube and welcome back to my games of Might and Magic Duel of Champions. We're going to go into the Whispering Forest in the third part of the tutorial. Again, another one of my unrecorded audio, so I'm going to be doing the audio separate to the actual duel itself. This one is the Spider Lady. Now she will swarm hard, swarm fast. So you've got to be very, very careful with how you actually deal with this one. Again, this one may be a loss. I will try and skip any of the losses that I get on these if possible, because obviously you don't want to see me lose like an absolute twat, and you'd rather see me either win or just get through the tutorial as fast as I can to get onto the PvP battling, which again, I do have a couple of videos recorded of PvP battles, win or loss, doesn't matter, but I will obviously get them all up onto the channel at some point. I do have Hearthstone as well, which is pretty cool. I quite enjoy Hearthstone. It's a good game. I'm a fan of Blizzard games anyway. You know, I've gone off of World of Warcraft quite recently, but I played it for a very, very long time. Better part of 6.5, maybe 7 years I played the game. So it's nice to have a break from the game sometimes, and you kind of, I kind of miss it. You know, when I do go back to playing any of the World of Warcraft games, it's just not the same as it used to be, if you know what I mean. You know, you've got so many friends and you've got so many people playing the game, and you're like, where have they gone? You know, a lot of these guys that I'd play this game with have gone, and they're not coming back, if you know what I mean. Some of them have either gone on to doing certain types of work, they can't come back to the game, or, you know, I've got a friend of mine I'm very close with from Liverpool called Agrestial. He's another one that I play a lot of MMOs with, but's gone to university. You know, he's basically taken his time off, decided, you know what, I'm done with sitting indoors, not being able to find work because it's so hard to find work out there. I'm going to go to university and see what I can do. And so far, from what I can hear, he's doing great. He's a good friend of mine, but again, he's one of the main reasons why I continue to play WoW, and I continue to play things like Star Trek and things like that, because I wanted to play with him because he's a friend. Unfortunately, things like Star Trek, Star Wars, Rift, all that, it's just not the same. There's no... You know, the feeling of camaraderie, do you know what I mean, of playing with the same guys over and over again, playing with those people because they're your friends. It's completely different with Rift. You know, I went on to Rift because I enjoyed the game. I liked the game. I thought it was decent, it was good. It wasn't a WoW killer, but it was good. It was a good game. Problem is, there's a lot of hype was pumped up about the game, and yeah, a lot of people that I know didn't play it purely and simply because they just thought it, you know, people, you know, in their opinions, it was like, oh yeah, but it's trying to kill WoW. That is pretty much their faults on the matter when it comes to Rift, and yeah. So as you can see, right, let's get away from that tirade. As you can see, the computer cheats like a mofo. Now, obviously, you can only have 4 creatures of the same name, similar to Magic the Gathering. I should have attacked with the guy at the top there. I just noticed that. Actually, he might have Swift. I may have already attacked with him. I don't know, because he's got full HP, so I haven't attacked with him. Right, but you can only have 4 of the same creature in the deck, so you can only have 4 of these Withering Ghouls. I don't know if you can see my external mouse here. You can only have 4 of these in the entire game. But I can guarantee you that every card in his hand is a Withering Ghoul. So, yes, he basically just goes, a creature, a 2/2/2, which gets +1 HP when it hits the field, flying, so it gets over any like earth-based attacks, like Earthquake, which would instantly pop them all. You know what? I'm just going to put the whole field full of Withering Ghouls and just troll all over your face. Because they're incorporeal, they also have reduced damage taken from melee or ranged shooting attacks. Now, if you've got a caster attacker, I think that the same thing applies, because it's magic based. They take magic attack. Enrage is a magic attack. The guy at the top here, who has berserking, he has basically the counters give him magic attack. So basically, when they get hit, they'll get hit for 3 damage, just boom, straight away, because it's part magic. So I don't know why I'm moving him down there. I've got no idea. I would have just kept him there and just let these 2 wail away, because they can only hit this guy here. So I don't know why I did that. So yeah, you know, the situation I'm in right now is pretty much, if I do not, there's another Withering Ghoul, and there's another one. These all cost 2, by the way, so he can swarm the field with them. It doesn't make the slightest bit of difference to him. He doesn't give a crap, you know. So just boom, 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 punch your face. There's 5 on the field already. you know, you're getting. I'm pretty much. I'm in trouble here because all of my creatures are low in HP. You can kill them all in the next turn, and then I can't refill my field the following turn, if that makes sense. Now that air trap, if I had laid that air trap down a turn earlier, it'd have been brilliant. There's nothing he could have done because he'd just gone pop and just blew up one of his creatures straight away. But again, it would have only been one creature. So. But this half rounded down business as well from damage from melee and all that can get really weird. If you have like, say, actually, yeah, it's not as weird as as I think it would be, but it can get kind of weird in certain ways. Like 1 damage does 0. Do you know what I mean? Just completely blocks 1 damage, even though it's still doing damage. It's just rounded down by half. So yeah, but you know, my berserk creature up there, he's dead next turn, and there is nothing I can do to stop it. Now if I pop that, I'll lose half my team. Pretty much I'll lose all of my team, and he loses none. So I'm going to get the air trap down, so I know that anything that he drops down at the top there is going to be dead. But again, my big beastie, he's doomed next turn. So yeah, like here. This will be taking 1.5 damage, but it only takes 1, which is a pain in the arse. It'd be nice if it was half rounded up. That'd be pretty cool, because you would take 2 damage. But no. So yeah, the shooter's dead. So's the berserker at the top. My guy at the bottom's still okay. That's a permanent increase to my might by 1, and then my turn. Again, I don't know whether I win or lose this duel. I probably lose this one. I do know I lost against this one quite a few times, but again, I've got like 4 or 5 videos there that have no real names on them. I haven't named them, probably because I was just cheesed off of trying to kill these things over and over and over again. It's just like, ugh. But I'd say this is probably one of the most annoying fights, this one here, because obviously the incorporeal formage and all that funky shenanigans, just having like 15 of the same creature in the entire deck, just over and over and over and over again, just swarm the field, because you can put 4 of those on the field in 1 turn on 8 mana. You know what I mean? So all your hard work to get rid of the entire field is all for nothing. So I blow the field. I lose all but 2 creatures. And this is where, obviously, I'm on a learning curve here. If I had mass regeneration in my hand, that was a great play, because I could just pop mass regeneration down, you know, flood the game. Obviously, I'm going to punch him in the face. You know, and then I'm basically got that 1 HP regeneration every turn. It's 1 HP, 1 HP, 1 HP, 1 HP. But this way, he's just going to go, and that's it. You know what I mean? So there's a 1/1/4 for 3. He just drops those down there. That's only ever going to hit 1 creature at a time, so that's kind of useless. Draw a card is probably the best option next, or possibly even going for the Destiny probably would have been a good idea as well. Ditch the altar. Ditch the altar. No. Alright, I'll ditch the earthquake. The earthquake would have helped me there as well, but it also killed all my creatures at the same time, so it was kind of dumb. And then I drew into something very, very poorly, so never mind, it does happen sometimes. Not a great deal you can do about it. So prevent all damage to target hero and destroy the stone shield in the turn in which damage was prevented that way. So I can lock down my champion with it, and just, you know, if I think I'm going to die for any specific reason, I can always just hide out on it. I believe they are immune to retaliation. No, they're maybe not. So they're always going to take the 1 damage when they attack into those creatures. So draw a card, probably flood the field with lingering ghouls. Richard Ghoul, Lesser Shadow Elemental, and that's that. That's all you could do. So my best bet would probably be to burn that back row, get rid of that Ghoul, but we'll see what happens. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm actually recording this while watching it through one of my video players. So I'm actually recording an old recording and adding the audio on top after the fact, if that makes sense. So deal 3 damage to hero. Stampede can only be played after deploying 2 or more creatures this turn. So I've got all magic and traps in my hand, so it's kind of pointless. No, I've just killed my own creature. What an idiot. What did I do that for? You know, I think when I actually did that, when I was playing it, I went, oh fuck, I killed my own creature. Oh no. That's not good. Oh yeah, this is a misplay I made. Yeah, I was supposed to move this guy, or this guy, sorry, I was supposed to move to here. And I just realised that these guys have got what's called anchoring, which means they cannot move from the position that you place them in, which is terrible. Because it was a complete and utter misplay. It was like, oh no. It's definitely something I did not want to do. And I didn't realise it until afterwards. So I've got quite a lot of just insta burst damage spells in my hand, so that's not too bad. But let's see what I do with it. Place you down. Now, I think the reason I keep these is for just in case purposes, like the deadly extremes, you know, because it's an instant burst 6 damage to a target creature, which is really quite strong. I'm not too sure if this is win or loss, to be honest, so I'm hoping it's a win. I'm hoping this is the win one and I won't have to re-record this again. Because I think I did record some of the fouled attempts, if I so put it that way. Draw card's probably coming in next. Yep. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not bad. Burn the ghoul. Yeah, burn the ghoul. Get him down. Get that one down. Then burn the ghoul. 3 damage? Okay, 3 damage. That's the one. It's dead. Punch it in the face. Punch it in the face. God, I can't be slow with this game, you know what I mean? It's terrible. I guess you know, it's one of those after the fact type moments, isn't it? Really, when you're actually playing the game, it's completely different. You're in that mode where, you know, how am I tactically going to win this game? I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to get this on the field. I need to play this card. I need to do this. You know, there's lots of that going on, and obviously after the fact, when you know roughly what's going on and what's going to happen, you're kind of like, I should have done that. You know, I should really have seen that and spotted that at the time. But it's the same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, I'm an experienced Yu-Gi-Oh! Player. You know what I mean? I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Since it came out. I got my first deck in like 2000 or 1999 when the Americans released it. I actually got them imported with a bunch of my friends. We were playing the game, doing all sorts of funky shenanigans. We had the game out for ages before they started bringing the tournament over here. And even now, there are some times where I play against one of my friends and I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? How does that work? Why did I not make that play last turn? Or why did I not make that play and do this instead, or do this? You know what I mean? And there's a lot of times where I'm like that, where at the time I'm like, this is the only option. You know, this is the only way out. I can't see the other way out. So yeah. What did that do? Oh right, only did 1 damage. Because his original attack is 2. And it done half. It done basically, because it's a melee damage. It didn't do 2 or 3 damage to him. It did half the melee damage that he actually had. So again, I took them ones out of my deck eventually because it was just like, if I do come up against incorporeals, it's completely useless. You know, because it's only going to do the non-magical damage from enrage. And why did I move this one? I'm trying to figure out why I moved that. Am I just baiting them to attack? Oh right, I know what I've done. I've done it so that this guy here can continue stacking enrage counters. So that's why I did that. So there's another bunch of enrage counters on there. I'm probably best off cycloning here. Draw a card. I have no creatures to play. Draw a card. Yep, you're useless. Just cyclone. I'd say back row. Yeah, I'd probably say cyclone the back row. Yeah, cyclone the front row, really. That's an interesting play. I probably would have cycloned the back row, killing that one at the back with 1 HP, getting more enrage counters on my creatures and just going punch, 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 punchy. That probably would have been a better option. Insta pop you. Gain another might as well, burn it. And then put the hero protection on, I would have said. Let's see what I do. You're better off hitting the back row. That was kind of dumb, to be honest. I don't know why I did that. Go on. Punch the back row. Still trying to figure out what I'm doing. I think that's where I figured out that the enrage is counted. Good. I think this is where I figured out that the enrage is counted as magic damage and not as physical. So I'm like, that makes sense. Now, why I haven't burnt that stone shield? Because I'm going to take 4 damage. He's decked out. He actually has no deck left. Yeah, he actually has no deck left. So obviously I've just forced him to draw a card, and if he can't draw a card, he loses 1 HP for every card that he can't draw. So again, I think that's me trying to figure out exactly what's happened here. why is he taking damage? What did he just take damage for? I thought I just made him draw a card. Whereas after the fact, I know why he's not taking any damage. Mass regen, oh dear. It's got to go out. And also, what's it? The cannon blaster's got to go out as well. This one has got to go out. Because this can be really, really good. Drop that, drop that. And then drop this one. Basically, that one there prevents all my tokens from being dropped when I attack with it, so that's why I use it. That 3 will insta pop that one at the back there. Punch him in the face. Yeah, punch him. That's it. Now, I probably drop the enraged creature down 1. It just makes sense. Drop it down. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Take that damage anyway from the attacks, so it does kind of make sense. And then drop the griffin. That's it. Discard the might. Oh, mass regeneration number 2. Oh dear. Oh dear. +2 regeneration. That is not nice. That's insta dead. And then put poison on someone. You'll put poison on. Probably one of the archers. I probably said. Yeah. In turn, take 2 damage from this. It's not a problem. Should be coming up to the end of the duel soon. How long have we got? About a minute till the end of the duel. So yeah, this is basically the end, which is great because trying to find the one that I actually win on was pretty difficult. Another game +2 HP and health regen +1 as a equipped spell card. That is ridiculous. It's really good as well, really good. That is just terrible. Right, so this is ending the duel. Okay, so I've got a couple more of no audio videos coming up, and yeah, I'll be playing some more of this game tomorrow. Today I wanted to give it a rest. I've done all the things that I needed to do. Again, if you want to read this, just pause it or get the game yourself and go through the tutorial, and you can read all the story mode that goes with it as well. So I do have some PvP coming up soon. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a good night, have a good evening, have a good day, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you soon.